We'd like to take a moment to welcome
you to
the
Pembroke Pines,
Vikings
Florida.
From Dade
High
County,
School
Miami Norland High School,
High School.
and
Back
your
in the booth.
very own
We're back in South Florida.
Flanagan
It is nice
Falcons.
and hot, and we are loving the heat. My name is Ryan Stout, alongside Glenn Stout today.
All right, fans, I'm going to ask for
Yeah, we're here. 2014 is kicking off for a pregame special. This is Dade versus Broward at its best. Norland High School Vikings come up to Pembroke Pines, Florida to play the Flanagan Falcons at their home stadium, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Great to be back in the booth. Nice and hot, nice and sweaty. When you're talking high school football, you're talking way out the wild, wild west. You never know what to expect. Fortunately, have a great relationship with the Flanagan High School Falcons. Coach Bush doing amazing things with this program, being here 2 years under his belt. Has that Dade mentality, bringing it up to Broward. They've done some amazing things with this football team. As you can see, this is high school game day live, brought to you by and powered by High School Programming Network, hspnsports.com.
We've got a great lineup this season, folks. If you want to check us out and you're online, all you have to do is go to our game schedule and check out that 13-game remaining schedule. It may change. You'd never know with high school football. Like Ryan said, we are in a hot high school booth, but we're loving it. Football's back. We're getting ready for a kickoff. We want to thank those guys that are streaming us tonight. The main people with us, Bleacher.com. That's BLEECHR, Bleacher.com. We've got Florida High School Football.com, FloridaHSFootball.com. And we've got Florida Gridiron Preps. That's Florida Gridiron Preps. Thanks to all of your viewers for watching tonight. It's exciting Dade versus Broward football. First game, pregame of the season. We don't know what to expect, so you're going to get it just as live as we are. We're not sure who they're starting. I went down on the field earlier. I'm sweating from it. We think they're coming out with their starting bowls, but we are going to see in a matter of minutes as they get ready to kick off and get the high school season started South Florida style. Ryan Stanley coming in at quarterback from Flanagan Falcons. Ryan had 180 attempts and 104 completions. He had almost a 60% completion rating, 1,608 yards and 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He had Christopher Neely and Christopher Davis running the ball. Christopher Neely had 45 attempts, 271 yards, average of 8 yards a carry. The Norland Vikings are coming out, and you should have seen them earlier, folks. They met at the 50-yard line. And Coach Bush, the Flanagan Falcons, wasn't happy. They were getting ready to rumble. Dade County came out. They're going to get them fired up, just like this game. It's a great pregame for these young guys to play, especially Broward County, because they don't get a chance to see a lot of that Dade County speed, a lot of that Dade County football. As you can hear, the booth is lit up, so are we. We are lit up as well. Last year, Norland quarterbacks accumulated over 842 yards passing, about 87 yards a game. And tonight, starting at quarterback for the Vikings is going to be Kenneth McCleary. And he is, I believe, number 12. I'll get that right. Again, these rosters are all fresh. We're hoping the numbers match up with the players. So please don't get us too hard on the preseason game.
Yes, sir. Glenn had an opportunity to come out here this week to work with the Flanagan Falcons. Got to catch some great footage. Got to interact with some of the great coaches out here. And what an outstanding job Coach Bush has done. I mean, the intensity that he has been able to bring to the table, it's outstanding what he does.
Well, Ryan, they're getting ready for the national anthem. And as they do that, you're going to play a promo, and we'll be right back with you. This is High School Programming Network.
Take a knee. Oh, that's dangerous, though. He will take. He's going to snap, punt it. He's at the 50, to the 40. He's down his feet. Oh, my goodness! To the 40. He's at the 50, to the 40. He's down his feet.
Yes, sir. High school football is back in business. As I was saying before, had a chance to come out here with the Flanagan Falcons this week. And preseason, I'll tell you, Glenn, it is hectic. Looking for rosters, looking for numbers. Got some freshmen. And that's the thing. Last time we were out here, spring ball, you don't have to worry about any freshmen. We got freshmen out here this week. They've had a chance to go out 2-a-days. It's been brutal. South Florida, if you haven't been down here during the summer, it's a good thing because you're not missing out on much. So you got freshmen running all over the place. Coach, I need this. Coach, I need that. Coach is looking around. It was fun though. Had a chance to come out here, interact with some of the players that we've had a chance to cover the past year. And if you had a chance to tune in with us this past spring against Champagnat, they came out here and did a great job, and we're looking forward to what they can produce tonight.
Well, it looks like they're going to start a scrimmage type starting. They're not going to be any kickoffs, which is good. They want to save them up for the season, so they're going to start them out at the 30-yard line. And Norland is going to take the ball on offense. Here we go. Norland has the ball. First down. High snap. Throws down the right side. It's short. Intended receiver was number 7, which was McIntosh, Stephen McIntosh. He was covered by number 8, who was right on him, Rocco Marucci. It's a familiar name that we had last night, or I'm sorry, in springtime, Marucci. Another one you're going to be familiar with on the offensive side. Ryan Stanley to Emily Spence. We're on the Norland side of the ball right now. Second down and 10 yards. 30-yard line. Give is up the middle on his own read. Picks up about 3 yards.
Counter up the middle, brought down by number 11.
Brought down by number 11. That's Devin Bush, if that name sounds familiar to you.
Devin Bush Jr. Getting in the action a little bit, you see, as you can see on camera. Getting him a little riled up down there. If you got a chance, we didn't get a chance to bring you guys up. We had some lightning delays earlier on. But these two teams were going at it. Getting a little trash talking before the game.
Looks like the quarterback's looking to the left-hand side. It's a quick throw and great catch out there. Almost enough for a first down. He's very close. We'll see where the referee marks it. It's going to be very, very close. He looks like he's very, very close. And I'm going to start getting some numbers for you and see if I can match them up. Yep, it is a first down for the Vikings. They'll bring him out to just shy of the 40-yard line. Single back in the backfield. Got the quarterback under center, as you can see. Too wide. The Vikings with the ball. Give is right up the middle, and there's nothing there. As a matter of fact, he might have lost 3 yards, Ryan. The Falcons of the Flanagan Falcons have some new jerseys, folks. If you can't notice it, we can. And trying to get the numbers off of these jerseys, good luck. So,
had a conversation with Mr. Guzzo as we came up here getting set up. And obviously, I can tell you, Coach Bush, one thing, he loves those jerseys, but it is going to be very difficult tonight.
Snap is high. Quarterback is on the run. Throws it out of bounds, and that is quarterback on that correction is not McClary. It's number 9, Robinson. Roderick Robinson rolls out of danger, and he gets that throw off, but it's way short. It'll bring up second down and long. I'm sorry, it brings up third down. Check that. And about 12 yards. Robinson is back. He fakes a swing. He throws a little bit of an angle pattern. Tried to screen over the middle. It doesn't get anything.
And that'll be number 17 on the play.
Number 17 making the tackle. Or 17, Barry Damian came across the middle on a little angle route, and this is fourth down. They're going to punt the ball, but it's going to be a dead ball when they punt it.
Punting and kickoffs will not be live this evening.
And it's good luck finding a number on these jerseys on the return man. So you know what I'll do is I'll listen to the PA announcer, and we'll get it directly from him. He's loud enough. It's a high school press box.
Enrique's doing a great job. I had a chance to talk to him beforehand. He's actually the girls' soccer head coach.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They bring offense out here, and Enrique had an interesting story as the head soccer coach for the ladies. We have another parent company called PlayingTheRecruitingGame.com, and that is a learning management system taking a business approach to the recruiting process. And Enrique, when he told me how much he was in debt from going to college, I sat down with him for about 15 minutes, and I said, we want all our student athletes to go to college and graduate debt-free. They have to understand that it's a business proposition. And he said, I wish I'd known you, Coach, about 10 years ago. I said, well, here's my wristband. Here's PlayingTheRecruitingGame.com. Take a look at it and get your kids on it, because they can learn the recruiting process. So here go the Falcons. Great field position out here at just over the 40-yard line. Stanley is back, split out wide with a single back in the backfield. This is what they warmed up with. They're probably going up the middle, which they are. A big hoss of a running back just motoring up for about a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and short.
And they're right back on the ball.
And that looks like it was number 24, who is Nikolai McCarthy.
Number 34 on the carry.
34. Sorry about that. Akeem Granger. He gets the ball again, and he busts through. No, that's a lineman busting through. They're still moving the pile. He may have gotten 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Wow. Did you see that lineman?
He blew that Norland Viking back about 7 yards. I thought that was a running back popping through. Well, 3rd down and short. This will be the first conversion for the Falcons if they can get it. Folks, if you don't know it by now, Ryan Stanley is a 3-year starter for the Falcons. Young man that started here, stayed here under Coach Bush, and is going to finish here. And he is doing an awesome job, and he should be fine-tuned with this offense and the Falcons. Could be too much time, which it is a costly pregame mistake. It's going to back it up to make it 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 7.
Yes, what a great quarterback Ryan Stanley is. We've had a chance to see him develop throughout the years, and he is coming in. I had a chance to talk to him. He's fired up for the season. He's got some big expectations out of himself.
Stanley takes 3-yard drop, and he throws it out here to the flat. Just off the fingertips. Could be, personal foul. That was a bad, stupid play by the wide receiver, and Coach Bush is taking him off the field. It's a good hit by the Norland Viking, and that's going to back them up. Instead of 3rd down or 4th down, which they would have to get rid of it anyways, it's going to back them up another 15 yards on a personal foul.
Well, you get the kinks out now. You don't have to worry about them the rest of the season, I guess. You know, preseason, we're out here trying to figure out, okay, we worked hard this summer, 2-a-days. We implemented what we needed to do in the playbook. Now they're out here preseason Thursday night. You get the kinks out now, you don't have to worry about them the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's correct, Ryan. And the season starts next Friday, regular season, so you want to go in healthy. It's a brutal bang-up season for both of these divisions. You've got Flanagan that's in Broward County's 8A, and you've got Norland who is in Dade County's 6A. But don't be deceived. They have been well known to have the Great Wall of Dade down there, sharing it with Hialeah High School, but we covered them in the spring championship tour, and they have some monsters. I was on the field with them.
Yeah, how'd they look down there? I know you got a chance to go down there, interact with some of the players, take some pictures.
They got some swagger, and they were trying to stir them up. It was funny. They were trying to stir up the Flanagan Falcons for sure. And those big old linemen were looking at me like, when are you going to take a picture of me, Coach? So I said, all right, I think I can fit you in the shot. So we gave them some We gave him some love.
Well, it looks like,
Wow.
it looks like they're punting.
Looks like it's more than 15. That's about a 30-yard penalty, Ryan.
Wow.
2 personal fouls. That is not going to make Coach Bush very happy.
Absolutely not. One thing about Coach Bush, he's very intense, and he's very disciplined when it comes to his student athletes. So I know that player will not hear the end of that.
Well, it was, I believe, number 5, and he's been pulled. If I'm correct. That was a wide receiver. No, he's back out there on the punt team. So that's how quick that has. So we're going to have a timeout for the Falcons. As we take a timeout, we too should take a timeout. It's great for you to be with us today. All you folks from around the state and around the country. This is Glenn Stout with Ryan Stout. I am with HSPN, High School Programming Network. We will be right back. The best sports bloggers in the state of Florida and around the nation. You just got a chance to see them. Florida High School Football, Florida Gridiron Preps, and Bleacher.com. Thank you so much, and thanks for your fans for watching tonight. Flanagan Falcons take over the ball on the 15-yard line. I don't know what they're doing. 4th down. They're not taking over on downs. They were lined up to take over on downs. They probably should punt the ball. But you know they're not going to go for it. So, are the coaches ready for the season, Ryan?
I think they are. You have 2 great coaching staffs on this field today. Coach Heidelberg out of Norland High School. What a great coach. Great wisdom he brings to the table. He's been at the Norland program for a good while now. He's been to the state championship games, so he understands the game. He may not have the talent like a Duke Johnson that he had the opportunity to coach over, which is at the University of Miami now. But he's bringing great wisdom to the game. He knows how to win. Coach Bush, intense. He's bringing that Miami-Dade mentality. He's bringing it up to Broward County in hopes Flanagan can set themselves apart this year. Unfortunately, what happened last year was Deerfield Beach, Brandon Powell, knocked him out of the first round of the playoffs.
Well, that was a 45-yard punt. That was a decent punt, and that will be very, very helpful during the season with that kind of a leg, especially that deep in their own territory. You're absolutely correct. The Deerfield Bucks knocked them off, and Brandon Powell doing all kind of great things as a freshman up there at the Florida Gators. Don't be surprised if you see Brandon come out of that tunnel onto the field in the swamp this season. Here we go. Norland's got the ball. Looks like they're in a double wing offense.
There we go, the man showed up.
And you got to roll out Robinson to the right-hand side. He's going to take off with it and picks up maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Right side, picking up some positive yards for the Vikings.
And give him close to 4. Bring up 2nd down and 6 yards. Robinson's back again. He's got twins. Give us his own read off the left-hand side, and he's going to have a loss of 4 yards.
Green defense.
Well, Miami-Dade School, we're talking speed, right? I bet, you know, most people assume you get the edge. They're gone. Not today. Broward County stepping it up and hitting that edge hard.
Well, that zone read didn't work. It's 3rd down and back to 10 yards. Twin set, pistol set. Robinson rolls again to the right. It seems like his favorite place. There's nobody open, and he throws it out of bounds. That's incomplete.
17 on 17.
Number 17, Willie Williams. Number 17, Barry Damian. for the Vikings. Brings up 4th down and 10. It's going to be another punt situation for the Vikings.
Well, what a situation right here. We had Norland come out. We come out with a no score. About 7 minutes left in the first quarter. What can you expect?
Well, we're going to probably see Ryan Stanley throw long one to Emily Spence. I will guarantee you that's going to happen real soon. That is the 1-2 combination that's got over 800, 900 yards last year. So the punt is a decent one, down to the 25-yard line where the Falcons will take over.
And I believe Amani Spence, I believe he's committed to the University of Miami. And actually, when I was here this week, unfortunately, was in the training room, had his ankle pretty. It looked like it was pretty bad. He had taped up. I don't think he practiced that day, so I don't know if we see his number out there. But if we do, it would be a surprise. I don't know if they're going to play today.
You know, I might have seen him on the sideline. You might be exactly right, Ryan. There was a tall young man out there, looked very athletic, that wasn't dressed. Well, looked like movement on the left side, but they're going to give it to him. There's that deep ball down the right-hand side, just like I told you. He kicks it out to the outside, down to the 30-yard line. What did I tell you? 1, 2, 3. Ryan Stanley throws.
Number 5 on the reception.
That ball out there, that is Kevin Mitchell. Kevin with a K-E-A, Von Mitchell, that picks up a host of yards. Looks like 35. 45 yards.
And this might be the drive. No score right now, but hey, maybe Coach Bush got in their ear and said, all right, guys, we need to put some points on the board.
That fade pattern, he's got them stacked both sides. Man in motion. He's looking to his left side all the way. He throws it out to Davon again. He's making it to the left-hand side. He's going to go out of bounds just short of the first down, and he may have drawn a penalty. Ryan is giving a signal. He's giving air signals from the sideline. They're going on a quick huddle, and he's looking on his wristband for the play. Get ready to rock and roll.
Well, heading into the red zone.
This is an offense that's been together for at least 3 years.
You're exactly right. Some of those freshmen that we had a chance to cover a couple years ago, much more mature now.
Yeah, they've been in the game. The zone read right up the middle. Picks up the first down and about 5 more yards.
Great balance. Great balance by that running back.
Nice hole, nice run by Michael Francis. Number 1 is Francis. It's a first down, bringing the ball down inside the 20-yard line. Down close to the 15. It's a water break. If they take a break, we too will take a break. We really appreciate the graphics that Bleacher has done for us. That's Bleacher.com. The graphics that you see right now. Bleacher, thank you very much. We'll be right back with you. Stay with us.
And once again, this is High School Programming Network, bringing you high school sports live from Pembroke Pines, Florida. We got the Flanagan Falcons against the Miami Norland Vikings. Kicking it off with this preseason classic. Let's see if Flanagan can put it in for the first score of the evening.
Wow, big hit. Big hit. Loss of yardage. Loss about 5 yards. It'll bring out second down and 15.
And the Viking defense waking up here after that refreshing water break. Loss of 5 yards on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 15 for the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Did Miami Norland call that timeout?
It was a water timeout.
That was a water timeout. Well, it sure did kill the momentum for the Falcons.
2nd down and 15. Stanley in a shotgun. He's got a single back to the backfield. Kevon's in motion. 3-step drop. He's throwing it to the outside. The receiver's wide open. Great hands.
Great catch by that receiver.
I know ESPN is not here, but we have HSPN.
Great catch. Yeah, we heard that. They do have HSPN here, and ESPN isn't here because HSPN is here. That was great by the
I'm trying to
announcer.
get the camera
Thanks,
person.
Enrique.
Trying to get the camera person to get that number. I believe it's number 3 was on the reception. Sorry about that, folks.
Robert Foy. Robert Foy. It's going to be difficult. We'll have to spray paint him or something because it gets dark. It's going to be even worse.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to Coach Bush about that jersey choice.
3rd down and 7. Stanley in a shotgun, high snap, but he's tall enough. He swings it out to the left-hand side. He is going to make the edge, and he cuts back up. He's missing tackles. He's down to the 1-yard line. Let's see who the signal is. He's down to the 1-yard line.
#1, the smallest of them all.
Wow, Michael Francis moving the pile down to the 1-yard line, making it look easy. 3 tackles that are missed. My goodness gracious.
Michael Francis willing himself
Up quick to the ball.
The goal line. 1st and goal.
Stanley under center. He's giving it right. Nope, he's going to take it out to the edge, and it's going to be a walk in the park because he got a great block by his wide receiver. Falcons score first this season.
Ryan Stanley's got some wheels. I guess he's been working on that speed this offseason. Because I'll tell you one thing. You get up close to Stanley, tall, lanky. Need to put some weight on that boy.
Great run, but I'll tell you what, it was a great block by that wide receiver that opened it up out there. Six to nothing, Falcons.
Welcome.
Falcons are starting to get tuned up. They should. They've been playing together a long enough time. They're at home crowd. Let's see if they can make an extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Flanagan Falcons go up by a score of 7-0. As they take a break, we too will take a break. You're watching High School Sports on HSPN, the High School Programming Network. Brought to you by Bleacher.com. Norland Vikings back with the ball. Give is up the middle. High formation. He may have picked up one, but you're getting this defense fired up, Ryan. The Falcons front four and the linebacking core, led by Devin Bush Jr., is pounding those gaps. Now the Vikings go into a quick offense. 2nd down and 9. The give is off the left tackle, and there's nothing but fluorescent green jerseys there.
Oh. Is that a fumble? I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but.
Nope, he's down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 1-yard loss. Bring up 3rd down and 10.
Play stop. 3rd down and 10.
And Norland needs to get something going. They have a combined total yards of less than 10.
Well, Flanagan definitely has the momentum right now. Offense finally put some points on the board. Definitely getting the defense fired up.
Robinson back in the shotgun. He's got trips to the bottom side. He's loving rolling to the right. The ball is loose, and he falls back on it. It's a good bounce for the Vikings. Loss of a yard brings up 4th down and 11, and they're going to punt it back to the Falcons. And Ryan, that was a lucky bounce.
Yes, it was. He got really lucky right there. Devin Bush doing a great job, getting real pumped up. Hey, one thing being a quarterback, 2 hands on the ball at all times. If you're going to scramble, you know, unfortunately, you got some NFL quarterbacks, you got some college quarterbacks running that spread type offense. When you got a Johnny Manziel, okay, you can give it to him. He's going to run around with one hand, but that doesn't make it the example for some of these younger, immature quarterbacks getting back there trying to run around like the ball's a loaf of bread.
Exactly, and Robinson's going to have to learn that, and they're sending him to the right side all night long, so the defense is going to be able to key on it, and they just did. They teed up on it. Going to be a punt, and the last couple punts, we got a penalty marker on the field. It may be delay of game. We'll see.
And just a quick update for all you fans out there checking us out tonight on hspnsports.com. Whether you're checking us out at HSPN, Bleacher, high school football, and Gridiron, all you fans out there, this season we have 14. We have a full schedule coming for all you fans out there that love to watch South Florida high school football. As you can see, preseason, we're kicking it off nice and easy, working out some of the kinks, struggling getting some rosters out of these high school programs. But next week we kick off our first game, high school game of the week, Friday, with Coral Springs High School taking on Cooper City.
Yeah, the Cowboys, and the Cowboys happen to be on the program that we talked about. That's the, well, they're moving the chains. It was a short kick to the 35. The Cooper City Cowboys are on our playingtherecruitinggame.com program, the entire team, as well as the Flanagan Falcons, Ryan. I forgot to mention that. Both teams and coaches have them on playingtherecruitinggame.com, and it is amazing how the aptitude of the players changes when they learn about how to play the recruiting game. Flanagan Falcons got the ball back. As you can see, there's 1 minute, 8 seconds left in the first quarter. They get the ball back in great field position, 35-yard line. Now, don't be surprised if Ryan Stanley doesn't take a 3-step drop and he throws that fade pattern again over there down on the sideline to Kevon, who's standing out there. We'll see what happens. Got a pistol set going on right now. Cover 3, Norland. They're going to call a penalty. It's probably too much time or timeout. Nope, we got movement on the offense. They're going to move them back 5 yards.
All right, couple of shout-outs real quick. Now,
15 yards, the first down, but it's really mute with 1 minute. But then again, it's the first quarter. They'll just turn it around.
To Adrian Talon, do your thing, baby. We love you.
Coming back up on the ball, line of scrimmage. Falcons are leading 7-0, first quarter.
Nice catch, number 6.
Looking strong. The second and third series they had the ball.
Doing great for mom and family.
Kevon's in motion, sliding out to the left-hand side. He's got trips to the left. He's rolling to his left, but he's pressured. He's going to take off to the right-hand side, and he's down the sideline, picks up about 6 or 7 yards.
Hello. That's the way to protect.
Getting a little dangerous. Look, got some headhunters out there. Has some receivers coming back towards the ball, laying out, seeing if they could find anyone.
You know they want to protect that quarterback of theirs.
Absolutely. Ryan Stanley, heartbeat of the team, I would say.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He picks up about 10 yards of those back. Actually, he went out of bounds short of that, so it's 2nd down and 8. He's got trips down here to the bottom side. The give is right up the middle, and there's nothing there. Doesn't even pick up a yard. Viking defense stuffs that hole. Linebacker came up nicely and filled the gap. Made a big hit. They may have one more play for this quarter. They got players all over the place. Maybe they're just going to run it out. 3rd down and 7 yards. They got them stacked twins on both sides. Stanley's not back there. They've got a They must be. Oh, it is Stanley. He's got long sleeves pulled down. Incomplete.
Stay on your blocks, lineman. You shouldn't be on the ground, lineman.
He pulled down his sleeves. Now he's got black sleeves on.
Ball falls incomplete.
4th down.
For the Falcons.
Few seconds left on the clock. They're going to get it back to the Vikings. Vikings down 7-0, and so far, Ryan, I haven't been too impressed with the offense. The defense is starting to step up, but as far as the offense is concerned, they're rolling Robinson out, a couple of different formations, but they haven't done much.
Well, I think we can all agree on the fact that first game out, you can always depend on the defense doing their job. You think about it, back there covering, they're tackling, not too difficult. Basic fundamentals of the game, offense side of the ball, you got to really work out the kinks. You know, you're putting in schemes. You're still trying to get, you know, used to maybe some of the underclassmen that are trying to get out there on the field, getting some reps. But I believe on both of these sides of the ball, you're not going to find too many underclassmen. For example, the Flanagan Falcons, some of those guys have been on the team 3-year starters. So definitely expect more out of both these teams tonight. But hey, preseason, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Well, the Vikings will take over the ball. They've switched it over. It's going to be a second quarter. And boy, that was a horrific punt. It went out of bounds in the air, and I don't even think he punted it 5 yards, because they're lining it up now close to the 50-yard line, Ryan.
Yeah.
My goodness, it must have been a 7-8 yard punt.
Well, hopefully we'll see something new.
And while we're taking a break now,
and hopefully we'll see something new out of both these teams coming into the second quarter. And once again, if this is your first time tuning in with HSBNSports.com, High School Programming Network, we will be with you all season long, bringing you the best South Florida football that we can bring to the table. Next week, kicking off our first official game of the week, Friday Night Lights, Coral Springs High School versus Cooper City High School. You'll have an opportunity to check us out. Coaches all over the nation, we are an interactive broadcast. Impact players, starting lineups, we will bring that to you. If you watch the major networks, you won't see a difference when you tune in to HSBN.
And I'm glad you said that, Ryan. As you can see on the bottom of our page, and we'll have it interactive with the rest of our bloggers soon. Our software development people are working on it right now. Below the page, you will see the impact players that you don't see today, but you see the team names because they didn't give us any impact players for this preseason game. What does that mean to you? That means that you can click on the number and the player and go right into their profile so that they can see what they need to see.
Loss on the play, second down and 15.
Second down and 15 with Norland. Robinson's back. He's got twins. He's looking to the right-hand side again all night. He's throwing it to the right. He must love that receiver out there. That's number 7 that he's trying to throw to, McIntosh, Stephen McIntosh.
Incomplete. Third down and 15.
Yeah.
Vikings.
Tell me when. Coach Bush showing up the signals for the defense. High school football. One of our sponsors tonight and streaming with us, Florida High School Football, has grown to become the largest statewide high school football website in Florida. We have a huge presence in social media with over 14,700 followers on Twitter and over 3,600 fans like on Facebook. We believe the interaction we have with the fans, teams, and coaches and members of the media have helped fuel this growth that has been unmatched by our statewide. Visit FloridaHSFootball.com. Well, the Norland Vikings, as I was talking, picked up a big gainer. Robinson gives it off right-hand side off tackle. Picks up about 5 or 6 yards. Important yardage. Picks up about 4 yards. And as I was looking away, they picked up their first down. That's another Robinson, Jordan Robinson. Wonder if they're brothers. A little crossbuck coming back to the inside, and Devin Bush Jr. looks like it may be him that just wrestled him down. Picked up maybe 2 yards. Yeah, that was Devin. He's filling out that uniform. Brings up 3rd down and 4 yards. Robinson's back. He's looking to his right all the way. He's throwing it out corner over the hands of number 17, Barry Damien. It's going to bring up 4th down. I'm sure they're going to go for it.
4th down and about 5.
Brings up about 4th down and 5. Taking a small break here. We'll see what the ref says. One of our sponsors tonight with all of the fans watching up at Florida Gridiron Preps, FloridaGridironPreps.com. Bobby Jackson. Florida Gridiron Preps provides comprehensive statewide coverage, high school football in the Sunshine State, live game scores during the season, full team profiles, team history, player profiles with video stats, schedules, rankings, Florida's all-time state champion playoff history, state Sunshine State plays, players in the college and the pros, recruiting offers, commitments, signings, forums, all that and more. Get the scoop on the full state of Florida just in your area, from Florida, South Florida to the Keys, on the Panhandle, whether Eastern or Central time zone. Visit your Florida source for all things high school football. That's FloridaGridironPreps.com.
And number 42 toes the ball towards the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's definitely a tough start for Norland. We thought it was maybe just getting warmed up, but we haven't seen too much out of Norland so far.
Well, they got 1 first down, and that's all they can show for it. Flanagan Falcons, on the other hand, have 7 yards, but they have more ground yards and obviously more passing yards. They're going to have it at the 20-yard line, and I'm pretty sure they're going to probably play those first teamers this whole game because it looks a little ragged. They need to give them as much playing time as possible. Got them spread out. Stanley is under center. All the linebackers are coming. He throws it right over the middle, right in the seam. Great catch, pick up of 23 yards. He read that blitz, Ryan. That's a lot of wisdom being back there and playing time to see that blitz coming. He knew the center of the field would be open and threw it right down in the seam for a 23-yard gain.
Yes, that was a great play by that offense.
Brings it up to the 43-yard line. Stanley is back. Pistol set. He gives his zone read. Going to be a 1-yard loss. That great wall of DADE conquered the offensive line of the Falcons and pushed that ball back a yard and a half. Bring up 2nd down and 12. Nothing like being in a press box, high school press box, with 90% humidity and the AC blowing out the window, baby.
Gotta love high school football.
Stanley under center. He takes a 7-step drop, and he is dropped by number 11. Jackson Rashad comes in from either safety or linebacker position and just puts Stanley down. He wasn't even back on his 7-step plant. As soon as he was getting ready to plant, boom, lost about 6 or 7. It brings up 3rd down and about 17.
3rd down, that is a long way on a 3rd down. We'll see what they pull out of their hat. Hey, maybe they'll go, you got 2 high safeties at the moment. Maybe they'll hit that seam again, right up the middle.
Well, Stanley set back. He's got 2 receivers to the bottom side. You got cover 3. Press the Vikings. He's looking down the seam. He's going to push. He's trying to get his receiver to take off and to block. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And there's going to be a personal foul, probably number 10 for the Vikings. That's Joseph Vosen for trying to get an extra shot on Stanley, and that's the wrong person to do it to. He's going to get that 1st down, automatic. Got to be more heads up unless it was a Falcon down there hitting.
Yeah, that's not a good call for Norland right there.
It's not heads up football. That's going to be an automatic 1st down.
And that results in a Falcon 1st down.
And that moves the ball out over the 50-yard line for the Falcons. Stanley brings him up. He's going to drop under center again.
They haven't been too successful in their running game so far tonight.
Trips to the top side. Draws him offside, but he's got a wide receiver that jumped as well. See which way it's going to go.
Got some stuff going on down here. Bottom of the numbers. Wide receiver DB. Getting a little angry at each other. Coach Bush is not wasting any time getting in his ear.
It's going to go against the Falcons. See if it's a biggie or just offsides.
And the penalty flags fly in for some extracurricular.
Referees are all looking at their pads.
I don't know, pushing, shoving, a whole lot of talking going on.
And there comes that rain.
Let's go, gentlemen. Get back to football.
That rain is coming down. Here we go. Referees are still talking.
Like nobody told you to bring an umbrella.
And I don't even think they moved the ball.
That's a false start motion. That'll be against the offense.
Five yards against the Falcons. See this thing going, it's just going to cool down those players. Falcons has got a man in motion. Stanley's three-step drop. He's going to throw it outside, and there are 3 Vikings that are going to swallow him up. Number 21, 5, and number 2. Number 2, Holder.
Well, a little rain never hurt anyone.
Dorvillier Tyson on the tackle, and number 11, Jackson Rayshad again. Bring up 2nd down and about 17.
I'm selling trash bags up here as a fundraiser.
I love it. The announcer's selling trash bags.
I'll tell you one thing, went to go check on the cameraman upstairs, and none of the camera people upstairs brought ponchos nor umbrellas today.
It's not going to rain today. It's Florida. We just got a comment on our feed. Crazy uniforms. You got that right. They're so crazy we can't even see the numbers. And that's from a young man named Glenn up in Coral Springs that's getting married September 5th.
Oh, man.
Hannah Thompson.
Oh, my gosh. Got a shout-out on the network.
That's my son, Glenn Stout, the 4th, getting married on September 5th. Congratulations, sonny boy. Back to live action.
Don't do it.
Those crazy green outfits. Second down and a long ways. Stanley is back. He's looking to his left side. Three-step drop. He throws a nice pass. It goes in and out of the hands, and it should have been caught.
The question would stand to say, would he have caught it if it wasn't raining?
It should have been caught. That's a dry ball. Brings up third down at about 17 again. Stanley's looking for it. And boy, what a little rain in South Florida will do is slow down the action. Oh boy, up on the roof, high school football. We've got the only camera up there with a poncho, and the rest of them are gone. Stanley steps up into the pocket, throws a ball into the dirt. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down, but it'll bring up fourth down, and he's going to be punting it away again, I would assume. Hope you all are enjoying this broadcast graphics, and the one and only Bleacher.com. That's BLEECHR.com. That's Bleacher. Provides much-deserved player recognition for all the blood, sweat, and tears left on the field and weight rooms around the county, pushing themselves and their teams to the limit for every gut-wrenching down shouldn't go unnoticed. Bleacher.com is the ultimate high school football site designed to promote your team and your players. Coaches can submit their roster stats throughout season via email and virtually any format, and have full access to all team players' information online. Visit Bleacher, BLEECHR.com. Well, it's gotten sloppy here. Rain continues to come down. We are playing it. And we're working on the feed. Excuse that choppy feed. It's coming out, streaming as fast as we can stream it out, as fast as they'll give it to us. And just bear with us. It's coming down. Norland with the ball. Nothing going. Way down there. Penalty flags are flying. They're down there inside, close to their 5-yard line. See what the call is. Get them nice and wet for halftime to go into the locker room. Their uniforms and shoes will weigh a ton. They can come back out after half and weigh an extra 15 pounds. Personal foul against the Vikings again. And that's offsetting because it's a personal foul against the Falcons as well. And I'm telling you, folks, pregame was interesting. When they came out and warmed up, Norland came to the 50-yard line, taunting the Falcons at home. The Falcons weren't going to have anything to do with it, and it almost got out of hand. The athletic director had to drive the golf cart right down the 50, and Coach Bush was fit to be tied. Off tackle to the right-hand side, big hit. Another penalty flag is flying. A lot of laundry.
Yes, sir. That is, like I said, if you're going to do it preseason.
A lot of laundry.
Get it out of the way now, because I'm sure they're not going to want to hear it during regular season when it counts.
Great hit. Waving off the flag. It was a fantastic hit. We can't get the numbers unless I had a zoom lens. Third down and about 7 yards.
We'll bring the binoculars next time.
Well, they're going to have a timeout. Looks like it might be a water timeout because it's both ways. As they take a timeout, folks, we're going to take a timeout too. We're so glad you joined us on high school Programming Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Once again, you have joined HSBNsports.com. This is High School Prime Time, powered by High School Programming Network, brought to you by Bleacher.com.
Vikings have the ball, 3rd down and 7 yards. Thank you all for the tweeting. It's going up live on our page and tweeting with the other ones. Deep throw down the right side. Robinson throws it, and it is almost picked off. Boy, it was handled very, very well, but it may have been a little bit of a wet ball. It was underthrown. Looked like number 7, McIntosh, was down the field, and it went right in and out of his hands. That was a very close one. Again, thank you for all the tweeting that's going on. We have a live tweeter board on our site. And so do all the guys that are watching us and streaming us tonight. That ball is going to come all the way back. It's going to bring up 4th down. They are going to punt.
A lot of punting going on.
Punch drop, but nobody's coming after it.
And the punt comes to rest at the 40-yard line of the Vikings. 1st and 10 for your Falcons.
1st and 10 for the Falcons, an excellent field position. The Vikings 35-yard line.
7-0 lead here in the 2nd quarter. Just about 5.5 minutes.
Well, it's pregame, and it's pregame for us too. We excuse the choppiness of the broadcast. We're sending it out at 460, 720, and 1080 because we know most players can only play it at 460, and we will do a couple things with it during the week. And primetime Friday, when we start the regular season, we should have it right for you. Stanley fakes the give and throws
In
it
and out of his
incomplete.
hands. He got to make that catch. I mean, the rain stopped. Come on.
Can't blame it on the rain. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Yeah, we're watching it as well, live here. And we've been playing around with some things off season and tweaking some stuff off season and on our own servers now. At least they can't shut us down. Shut us down last year. Booker T, Glades, 50,000 people hit it at once, and they didn't like that. So we went to our own servers, folks, so we won't have that happen again. Ryan Stanley throws it deep down the left-hand side. He's got a receiver. Just overthrows it, outstretched hands.
See if we can get that number for you all. It looks like a 35, maybe a 25.
If it's 35, that would be Williams Viveros.
Or I could be completely off. As he gets closer, looks like a 25.
That is a 25. Isaiah
Gosh, those
Collins.
jerseys.
Good luck to the announcers. Third down and 10. He's in a shotgun, takes off up the middle, but he throws it real quick. Viking, beautiful play by number 4 of the Vikings. Elliott Miller, excuse me.
Well, he probably could have taken off on that play, but hey, give your receiver a shot. Save your legs, save your body, because you know they're Ryan Stanley, they're going to go head hunting after him.
Batted it down very nicely. They're going to punt it to put them way back into their own field position.
Back to punt for the Falcons. Aim for the corner.
See if he can do a coffin corner. Nice kick. Caught it about the 6-yard line for the Vikings. Backing him up nicely.
Well, as we get closer to halftime, we got our new in the booth camera. You guys get to check out our action. You get a chance to check us out. We're going to try something new this season. Got a camera inside the high school booth, so you're going to get a chance to see what's really going on, how we really look, what's going on behind the mic and behind the camera, and we're going to have some fun with it. So make sure you stay tuned for halftime. Got some commercials, got some promos you all can check out, but we'll also be introducing some new projects that we have going on this summer and the upcoming projects coming in the season.
Well, the Vikings take over on their own 6-yard line, giving the ball off tackle to the left-hand side. Be careful with that face mask. He may have picked up one.
Good job, ladies.
He
Good
did.
job,
1.5. Second down and 9 yards. You can see they're coming inside of 4 minutes. Bring it to halftime. Robinson's in a pistol set. Twins. He is just bull rushed. That may be a safety. It is close to a safety. I don't see the referee signal. Down around the 1-yard line. That defensive front 4 putting it on. That is a safety for the Falcons.
Wait a minute. See, too much celebration.
Well, they got their hands up, and now they're back down.
Hands up were in the X signal, and I thought it was. I gotta get glasses.
Let's see. Nope. That can't get any closer. Well, it is. The Vikings ball at the, looks like the 2-yard line. Third down and a long ways to go. If it's wet, it could be dangerous down there, Ryan.
Yes. Yes, it could.
Throws a little out incomplete out here to the outside. Bring up 4th down in a very, very long way. They'll be punting from the back of their end zone. Not much going on with the Viking offense.
Now they didn't come out with too much this evening. Defensive-wise, they came out and held the Falcons to a no score. Eventually the Falcons got some points on the board, got a little momentum, but haven't seen too much out of the Vikings this evening.
Hey, like a long throw, almost like an interception. Ball is received at about the 28-yard line. First
Well, they bring it out to about the 28-yard line. Not much of a punt. Falcons will have great field position to be able to go into halftime with possibly another score. We'll see if the Vikings can hold them with that defense. Stanley brings them up under center. He's got trips to the bottom side. Single back in the backfield. A single coverage up on the top side. Runs into the running back, and he is getting mauled. Broken play. Running back didn't have a clue where he was going. Great field position and big mistake for the Falcons, and Stanley's talking to his running back right now.
That's what you're saying? All right, we're going to take a couple of moments to give some shout-outs here.
They're going to take a timeout. We too will take a timeout, folks. This is High School Programming Network, HSPN Sports. We'll be right back. Back to live action. Flanagan's second down at about 13. Stanley is single back in the backfield, trips to the bottom side, single coverage on the top. Zone read to the left-hand side. He's barely going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up one. Bring up third down and 11.
I'd like to send a shout out to JT's. I said JT's. I said JT's. You need to pay attention, girl. Family dining right down the street on Taft Street. JT's, got to get there. Great food, great atmosphere. You'll love it. After JT's, go
all right,
to the
third down and about 12. Stanley needs to do something with it. Coming in under 2 minutes to the first half.
You can get there in your very vehicle from Cadillac, Buick, and GMC.
Three-step drop. He throws it out here in a great defensive play. Slant, and they're going to call interference.
By number 4, it looks like some early contact there on the play. The flag flies in.
See if he gets an automatic first down on that.
Pass interference against the defense.
I guess the ref thought he was being a little bit too physical.
Yeah. Should get a automatic first down. And it will be an automatic first down.
All right, that penalty takes up a big chunk of real estate. Is it enough for a Falcon first down? It is. The ball is down. The chains are up and on the move.
Looks like the ball is down to the 15-yard line. Falcons have plenty of time to get it into the end zone.
First and 10 Falcons from about the 16-yard line.
But Ryan Stanley under center. Fakes to give up the middle and throws it to the corner. It'll be a jump ball, and a bunch of people are out there, and it's going to be another interference call. Pass interference. It's going to move the ball down inside the 10-yard line, probably half the distance to the goal.
pass interference against the defense.
Brings it down inside to about the 7-yard line.
Gain the yardage, keep the down. Is he still first or second? First down.
First down at the 7-yard line.
10-yard line. Go Green, let's go now. Pick it up now.
Falcons threatening to score. Stanley comes out with an I formation. Whistles are blowing all over the place.
I think it's an offsides. I saw a defensive player jump, but we might get an offense. I'm not sure.
Another penalty on the Vikings brings up another first down inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3-yard line. High formation. Off tackle to the left-hand side, and he's going to squeeze it close to the goal line. Brings it down to about the 1-inch line, the signal is. And they're running right into the sun now. The sun's going down.
And on that hard running, the Falcons inch closer towards the goal line. Second and goal. If you want
second and goal from the, looks like the 1-yard line.
Ah, you can do better than that. Longer, louder, with more pride. Let's go.
High formation again. Another whistle blown. Another penalty. Doesn't matter much. Half the distance to the goal, they're not going to move the ball, but a ball length. Still second down.
Once again, you're watching high school football prime time, powered by HSBN. The Flanagan Falcons welcome the Miami Norland Vikings.
Give us to the fullback.
All right, what does the official have to say? Touchdown!
Touchdown Falcons.
Very nice. Finally, put some more points on the board.
Fullback punches it in for about a 1-yard gain, but it gives them another 6 points. The Falcons put it up. 13-0. Still have just under 40 seconds left in the second quarter going into halftime.
Got an early start today, 6 o'clock kickoff. Preseason game, it's what you can expect. But just a reminder, throughout the weeks of this football season, the majority of the games will start 7 to 7:30, so stay tuned for updates. I know tonight we had a bit of a lightning delay, so make sure you stay tuned on our Twitter and our social media to check out when we will kick off our live feed.
Kickoff is up. The extra point was good. Still got under 40 seconds left. There won't be a kickoff, so there won't be any wild action, but he'll get a couple plays.
And the Vikings take over from their own 30-yard line. First and 10, Norland.
Robinson scrambling for his life. He throws it out to the right-hand side.
Quarterback scrambling, throws a strike. Ball rests at the 50-yard line.
Throws it out to about the 50-yard line.
First and 10, Vikings.
The Vikings have a first and 10. They probably got a couple more plays left in the clock. See what Robinson can do with him. He's got, looked like he's got quad out here, trips and a single receiver down here on the bottom. He's looking left all the way. It's a split screen. Number 19 makes a nice move to the outside. Is he going to get out of bounds quick enough?
19,
he does.
Fantastic grab, turn and run. But the flag
Flags are flying. See what the call will be. Just over 17 seconds. That flag looks like it's in the backfield. Ball's out to the 50-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to do it over. Just over 17 seconds. One play left on the clock. You know he's got to go deep.
Timeout called by the Vikings offense.
Vikings call a timeout. Well, stay with us at halftime. We'll have some information on some upcoming things that we have going on. And we will work vigorously this week, and we'll get this feed figured out with the speed. I could use it. Yeah, it did. It's right in my face. Especially when the home team sits on the east side with the west setting sun. Generally do that with the opponents. Well, here we go. One play left. Robinson is back. He rolls to his right-hand side. Now we've got just over 11 seconds left. Time enough for one more play. See if the Falcons can punch one in. I'm not sure if this young Robinson has the arm strength. I haven't seen him get one out in front of the receiver yet. He gets smashed. It's picked off. It could be a Falcon taking it the other way, and it is a pickoff. Penalty flags are flying. The clock runs out for halftime. Let's see what they call. Bad decision. Robinson was taking a hit, and on the way back, that was a big lineman or a linebacker who intercepted the ball. Let's see what the call is. There's no time on the clock. It's going to be holding against the Falcons on the return. Let's see what the call is. They're all gathered up because that is all the time. It looks like it was probably a hold on the return. Yes, it was a hold on the return. It was a side judge that called it. So they're going to walk it off, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. Give the Falcons one play, maybe. Yep, that's what they're going to do. They're going to give the Falcons one play. Well, the Falcons intercepted the ball, so yeah, it was during the run back. He ran it all the way in, but it was a hold, so they're bringing it back to spot foul. And I can guarantee the referee was much farther down the field than that when he called the penalty. So the Falcons will get one play. Hail Mary, no time left on the clock. And let's see him launch one out. Stanley will run it deep. I guess they're punting it. I'm not sure if they'd be punting it. Going to take one shot at it, at least? No, he's going to kneel down on it. And another flag goes down. Well, it slows down play awfully much.
You can play 20 questions with the announcer, but it's going to cost you $20 per question. That's my fun.
Well, they've got a 14-point lead, Broward County over Dade County.
And I reserve the right not to answer or tell lies.
This is high school football prime time powered by HSBN.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are done with the first half of football action here at the annual Kickoff Classic at Charles W. Flanagan High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please clap it up for both of these teams. They're working hard for your entertainment. They're working hard for your approval. And you know they're working hard to get to college, so please make some noise for these boys.
There are over 1,800 colleges and universities in the nation. There are over 10 million high school student athletes that graduate each year. Only 0.08% of these student athletes that graduate receive full scholarships.
We're here, we got your back.
And you can go back and get your college degree and come back and help us, man.
It all started with a dream. And now it's up to us to keep it alive.
If you're sitting out there and you're wondering, you have to start that process.
Education comes first. You never know what the future holds.
Gave me a better opportunity to make it in life. Live your dreams.
How far are you willing to go? I train every day for these moments. Moments under the lights when I make a big hit. Moments when the crowd roars after I score. I am one of few. The few that will carry the load of the team. The few that separate themselves from the weak. The few that sacrifice everything to be the greatest. I am not common. I am not ordinary. I am within a group of people considered to be the best. This leaves me with one question and one question only. Are you among the elite? Here is your chance to prove yourself. Only the elite will survive.
I am the Edison phonograph, created by the great wizard of the New World to delight those who would have melody or be amused. There is no danger of a revolution in this country. Friends, our task as Americans is to strive for social and industrial justice. I can call you to join in the evening stand. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels. The machine will be prevented from working at all.
and gentlemen, a big round of applause, please, for your Flanagan Falcon sound.
The Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is a youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth.
KDA just partnered up with University of Miami for these community-based projects as far as the athletes coming out and talking about athletics becoming bigger, faster, and stronger.
The Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is a youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth.
KDA just partnered up with University of Miami for these community-based projects as far as the athletes coming out and talking about athletics becoming bigger, faster, and stronger, and KDA talking about becoming a great student. Can you share with us the recent partnership with KDA and the city of Pompano Beach in bringing these type activities?
Well, I think Keeping Dreams Alive is doing an awesome thing. We noticed that from the jump, and we think this could be a partnership for a long time just because of what you guys believe and what you stand for, and you kind of correlate with what we do. So it's awesome what you guys do in this community, and that's the number one thing, is to give back to these kids and let them understand that we're here for them. Anything we could do to give back, we're here. So KDA is doing an awesome thing, and we're just happy that we're partnering up with you guys to do that as well.
Yeah, it's great to see the kids in the summertime, have this opportunity at this beautiful facility with your organization, and just having that sense of giving back. Because a lot of times, the kids sitting around during the summer, and to see the collegiate level come back, give back to the community, have you guys put this on for the kids, it's really special. All ages too. You got preschool kids working with college kids and the high school kids pushing themselves. It's a really neat opportunity for everybody.
My name is Stephen Morris, quarterback, University of Miami, born and raised in Miami, Florida. I think you gotta be a level-headed person. My mom and dad do a great job of making sure that I'm always on top of my things, especially with academics. And when it comes to schoolwork, I gotta put that first. And definitely preparing for games, and throughout game weeks, I really holler at my coaches, make sure that we're on the same page with each other. And it's just really good on time management. All right, and last but not least, we deal with a lot of student athletes out there in pursuing a scholarship of a graduation in college. What advice you got for any student athletes pursuing college? To just keep working, just to always make sure that, staying positive with your coaches, communicating with them, having the opportunity to do the right thing on and off the field, and the coaches in college will recognize you.
That made us a lot closer and understanding about dreams. Right. If they want to keep their dreams alive, the education part is the thing that gets it done. Yeah. Football sets it up, they look at it, but if I don't have the grades to be able to solidify it, nothing changes, nothing happens. So with that really made us stronger on the field, because guys start seeing themselves having good grades, understanding that, then they realize that I can make it. I can get a chance to get out of here and change my life. Make sure all young student athletes, the most important thing for you to do is make sure you understand that the education is paramount. That's the key to this whole deal. We can talk about football and everybody can talk about how good you can run, how fast you can run, but it's a million guys out there can run just as fast, and the only thing can set the difference between anybody is the transcript. Transcript sets everything up, put you in a position to put you over the top between, because when it's close, academics wins. So if I got my academics, I can be able to set the precedent. My dreams can come true if I got the things that I need to do. So make sure we all focus on our education. That's the key thing, no matter what you may hear out there about your stats and all that stuff, because guys with no stats and good grades go to college. Y'all guys keep up the great work, man. You're doing a tremendous job. Y'all keep it up, man. The kids are very appreciative of you guys.
The changes I've seen have been extremely positive. KDA has helped my boys establish exactly what direction they want to go in, and what it takes to actually be a student athlete both on and off the field. It's made a big difference. It's also made a big difference to me because I've also learned a lot of things that I didn't know as far as getting the boys into school and the whole scholarship and financial aid part of it.
On the impact of the BCAA football camp and partnering up with Keeping Dreams Alive.
Well, two things that go into play here. One is the value that these kids from a camp that is free and has some dynamic instruction going on the field. and then for us to have the opportunity to team up with Keeping Dreams Alive and add an academic component that gives kids awareness about clearinghouse, recruiting tips, and mentorship has just been invaluable to their future.
Any advice you have for any of those coaches out there throughout Broward County and keeping dreams alive with these free programs to their school?
I think they're actually missing the boat, and they're doing their kids an injustice by not being involved with Keeping Dreams Alive. We need all the help we can get to offer the exposure, the experiences that everyone brings to the table for our kids, and to not make use of all the tools that we have at our disposal. It's just not good for our kids. And I think it will be very good if they just get involved and Keep Dreams Alive involved to assist them in the process that we're all trying to do, which is to get kids on the next level and the education that they're going to benefit from throughout their lives.
Hi, I'm Jerome McDougal, played at Blanche Ely High School, went to University of Miami, graduated, was drafted first round, 15 pick overall to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's important for you to take advantage of all your opportunities because sometimes you don't get another second chance. So you take advantage of your opportunities and make the best of it.
The Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is a youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for academic and athletic growth.
KDA just partnered up with University of Miami for these community-based projects as far as the athletes coming out and talking about athletics becoming bigger, faster, and stronger, and KDA talking about becoming a great student. Can you share with us the recent partnership with KDA and the city of Pompano Beach in bringing these type activities?
Well, I think Keeping Dreams Alive is doing an awesome thing. We noticed that from the jump, and we think this could be a partnership for a long time just because of what you guys believe in, what you stand for, and you kind of correlate with what we do. So it's awesome what you guys do in this community, and that's the number one thing, is to give back to these kids and let them understand that we're here for them. Anything we could do to give back, we're here. So KDA is doing an awesome thing, and we're just happy that we're partnering up with you guys to do that as well.
Yeah, it's great to
The Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation is a youth organization that specializes in empowering communities and providing opportunities for
Stout out here at Pembroke Pines, Florida. Man, it is great to be with you. This is a new look for us with Ryan Stout. My son, good to see you in the booth.
Welcome to the booth. First time ever for HSPN. You get an opportunity to not only see what's going on outside of the field, but what's going on behind the scenes. And as you can see in the high school booth, you never know what to expect. It's hot. It's muggy. We're in South Florida. The humidity is out of this world. And on top of that, you got announcers. You got refs, you got high school football coaches, and everyone in the world wants to cover the Flanagan Falcons today and the Norland Vikings. And I'll tell you what a great game we've had so far. And we got camera people out of this world running through this little high school box. So we welcome you to the first time ever to the HSPN in the booth here at the Flanagan Falcons football game hosting the Norland Vikings.
And we're at a pregame as well. We're going to look at the feed. We know we've got you guys live on Twitter. We've got a lot of bloggers. We appreciate Bleacher.com and FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com and also Florida Gridiron Preps for all of your fans coming in and being patient with us. We're in a high school area and the feed sometimes is choppy, but we're definitely going to work with it and we're going to bring it to you the best we can. And we're going to have something exciting coming out next week, a week or two. Stealth Rating, the first rating service in high school football for all you student athletes flying under the radar. It's going to judge you on character, grades, and game readiness. It's going to be an algorithm, patent, provisional patent pending, that every one of you student athletes are going to be able to plug in And they say, the coaches, you've heard it before, the eye don't lie. Well, stealth rating is not going to lie either, because it's going to automatically rank you based on how you compete in the classroom, how you compete in the field, but it's going to be all mathematical. We're getting excited about bringing that out to you, and you'll automatically rank in your own area or your own position. That includes linemen. So all of you student athletes that don't get ranked, ESPN 300.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just a couple of minutes away from starting the second half.
Rolling out in Broward and Dade County. We're really excited about it.
Absolutely. It doesn't get much better than that. As you all know,
once again, we'll start the second half without a live kickoff.
The statistics.
It'll be spotted at the 30-yard line.
The majority of these athletes out here today think they're going D1. And there's actually a lot of D1 athletes that are on this field today. But the reality is, less than 1% are actually going.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the evening.
Now, we have
MovieTickets.com and Vera Cadillac, located at the intersection of University Drive and Pines Boulevard. Vera Cadillac, quality cars, reasonable prices. Stop by and see the new Cadillacs, the new Buicks, and the new GMCs. Whatever your need, Vera Cadillac has an automobile picked out just for you. Stop in and see the beautiful showroom and all the beautiful 2014 models.
Something real quick
Vera
that I want to bring
Cadillac.
to you because they're coming back out live right now is that we're proud that Flanagan Falcons is involved in another one of our programs called PlayingTheRecruitingGame.com. That is a brand new program that we just rolled out. The Flanagan Falcons football team are on that program. It is a program that teaches them how to play the recruiting game. We also have Stranahan High School in Cooper City, brought in Island Coast High School over on the West Coast with Coach Blair, and we are getting ready to sign up some more teams. But let's bring it back to live action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this game, remember the teams were challenged to take part.
But they're down.
The coaches, okay. Varsity coaches for the Falcons will be at the midfield line accepting the ALS Lou Gehrig's Disease Challenge.
We got Robinson straight back. Gives off to the edge. He's going to see if he makes the edge. Nope, Devin Bush Jr. is going to run him down from the behind.
All right, back to live football action here in the second half. And our first shout out. Happy early birthday to Amanda Lloyd. We love you. Love you. And the Falcons defense is on the field. This goes back. Falcons play defense in the first half and the second half.
It's going to be the ball, bring the ball up for the Vikings close to the first down. If they were drawn off. Nope, they were offsides. And again, coaches that are around the nation, we know that we blast out this information to you. This is totally interactive. Next week we will have the interaction of the players, impact players below our live feed, as well as future live tickers where you can click on any one of these players and find out what they have on their resumes, profiles, and so forth. And we're real excited about bringing out to you and unveiling to you the stealth rating system, the only stealth rating, the only rating and ranking system in the nation that rates people or student athletes with a mathematical algorithm that's going to give us an exact rating based on their character, their grades, and their work ethic. We're really excited about that, to include all of those athletes that is an older coach that's coached for a long time, talked about all of these athletes flying under the radar. Well, they've got a home, and now they're going to have a rating system that will also rank them. Well, Robinson is going to be brought down for about a 15-yard loss. My goodness gracious. He took it back. Robinson didn't have a chance. As soon as he looked up, it was fluorescent green flashing in his face.
Wow. Great play.
Number 14, because I got the announcer, that Dante Brown for the Falcons. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It may be hot, it may be muggy, it may be preseason, but I'm sure glad football season's back. Because not only is high school football season, not are we kicking off high school football, but we know what follows: college football, NFL football.
Yeah, and we love it. And I'll tell you what, all those guys out there that are streaming us today, Bleacher.com and Florida High School Football, FloridaHSFootball.com, and Bobby over there, FloridaGridironPreps.com, they get it all, every bit of it. So if you're in any region of the United States, these guys are the top in the trade. Give us up the middle. Looks like Devin Bush Jr. grabbed him by the shirt tail, and he's been working out because he just snatched that gnat back and brought him in for about a 4-yard gain. And Ryan, he looked like Scatback was getting ready to take off.
That's one thing about Miami-Dade. This is your first time tuning into a Miami-Dade school. They got some speed, and you let them get away with it, they'll take it to the house.
Well, Robinson lines him up. He's got a twin set. Actually, he's got a pistol set going on. Falcons are rushing with 3. Throws a nice slant. In and out of the hands, would have only gotten back to the yard, the line of scrimmage. Incomplete, brings up 4th down. The Vikings will have to punt again. If you want to get in touch with us, folks, you can get in touch with us by emailing me at glenn@kdafoundation.org. And again, all of the organizations that work within our group benefit the kids. And what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is there's a foundation from 2001 called Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. That's www.kdafoundation.org, and that is where all of our young student athletes are empowered, not just male and female. We've got some fantastic directors. Patrick Lowe, that goes back to the day with Ben Hanks, those two, Ben Hanks down there at Overtown that started it out of Florida, and Pat Lowe that came in, puppy under Ben Hanks's wing at Florida, and come out with this Keeping Dreams Alive way back and bringing me in about 2003. We were excited to do that, empower kids. So any one of these kids that want to start any one of our programs, we are an inclusive foundation, not an exclusive foundation, which means that if you go over to playing or recruitinggame.com and for some reason you can't pay it, you let us know at Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, and we'll make sure you get scholarship if you are in need of that. That's what we're all about, empowering young people to make better decisions, and our only payback is that they come back. And our motto is, change one life, change a generation.
Amen to that. Change one life, change a generation. And speaking on behalf of KDA, being director of broadcasting and overseeing HSPN, I would like to make sure everyone understands while they're watching this broadcast, HSPN, High School Programming Network, is brought to you by the high school student. We are in position to intern not only student athletes, but students as well that are behind the cameras tonight and working with us to make sure that we put a spotlight on these student athletes that are on the field today. And we had an outstanding summer in our student development and our internship programs. Director over our student internship program, Shelly Solomon, also director of female sports, had a chance to kick off our Project Breaking Ground, where we had a chance in Coral Springs to bring out students to get involved and learn how to broadcast.
Yeah, and that happened all summer through Project Breaking Ground. It was amazing watching those young people develop. But back to the game, you just seen, you did see, Stanley took the snap, and it wasn't a great one, but he got to the edge against a Dade County team. He didn't get it back to the original line of scrimmage, which is back to inside the 20-yard line, but they've got a long ways to go, Ryan.
Yeah.
Stanley under center. He fakes it, and he's going to throw it up down the left-hand side, and it's a timing throw. Who's got it? Looks like the defense, number 1, makes a great interception. That's Carlton Davis for the Vikings. There's a penalty flag, but it was clean to me unless it was offensive interference.
Well, they had to make up for some yards. Unfortunately, Stanley put one out there and trust that his receiver was going to go up and get it. But number 1 for the Vikings had him outreached, came down with the ball, and we're about to see exactly what this penalty call is.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And if you want more information about Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation, well, that was a penalty, a push-off on the defense. So let's see what they're going to do. If you want information regarding the foundation and how you can get involved, go to www.kdafoundation.org. That's www.kdafoundation.org. And we're very appreciative of all those people, including Silk Cozart, one of our directors of education and entertainment up in Knoxville, Tennessee. We've got Erica Lane, our implementation specialist. You already mentioned Shelley Solomon, our director of female sports and legal counsel. Yourself, Ryan Stout, director of broadcasting. And Aaron Curran, who is our finance department of Keeping Dreams Alive Foundation. Who did I leave out?
Who did you leave out?
We got them all over the place.
Did you mention Sydney?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Cindy Bolger.
Cindy Bolger, volunteer programming in Coral Springs. Fantastic job. And not to be least, I'll tell you what, Bob and Lisa Webster.
Almost forgot the best.
Lisa Webster at Stoneman Douglas High School, in charge of that DECA group. And my goodness, those kids are winning championship in DECA all over the nation. So thanks to all of those folks, it wouldn't be possible to empower your kids without our crew of volunteers. Yes, folks, volunteers. Well, we've got some music going on. I guess they're trying to figure it out. We had a beautiful pick by number 1, Carlton Davis. Penalty flag, push off, and the refs are going to talk about it. Tonight's game brought to you by Bleacher.com. Bleacher doing a fantastic job with us and our graphics department and sending graphics to our folks up at HSPN to make it a lot smoother and a lot quicker. Lazaro, thank you for that. That's BLEECHR.com.
Yeah, we can't wait to kick off this season. I know you guys are excited to see what we have in store. Every year, HSPN likes to bring something new to the table. If you've been tuned in with us so far, you got to see what we're doing inside the booth. Going to implement some new things to the broadcast. We are an interactive broadcast, so we want to make sure that we do see all of your tweets. Make sure if you have any questions, make sure you tweet them out to HSBN Sports, at HSBN Sports. We'll check them out, and we'll do what we can to respond. If there's any questions or concerns, we'll make sure we get to those as soon as possible. But we can't wait for this upcoming season. Next week we kick off first game of the season, Coral Springs High School versus Cooper City High School. The Colts taking on some big-time players, hopefully, coming out of Cooper City.
Yeah, Brandon Walker bringing Cooper City Cowboys up to Coral Springs, and we will not only be broadcasting it live, but it probably will be live on the local TV channel as well in Coral Springs. That's our local coralspringstv.org. Now, they got it all straightened out. They took that pick away from the Vikings, which I think was a very bad call. We are sitting right above where the action happened, and it may have been that early pregame swagger that influenced the refs, but the Falcons, on the other hand, get the ball back with 2nd down and 4 after it's all cleaned up, and they're going to try to catch the edge, and they do get around the edge. Cuts back up and picks up about 10 yards. Good, nice run. You just can't cut on that inside foot. He may have picked up more yardage.
I would say it's either number 5 or number 2. Number 5.
Number 5 is Kevon Mitchell, and he is all over the place, so I guess we're going to hear a lot of them this year.
And we got a player that looks like he may be catching some cramps on the backside. And as they take a break, we too will take a break. You're watching High School Football Primetime, brought to you by HSPN and Bleacher.com. Stay tuned. We will be right back. And that was a quick one.
3rd down and about 4 yards for the Falcons. And they kept the clock running. Sun's going down in South Florida. Temperature dropped down into the 90s, so I'm not sweating this so hard. 3-step drop, throws it out here, a little swing. And he's not going anywhere. Might not have even gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down and short.
Well, when you talk about temperature dropping, for the majority of people, you know, you would assume it wouldn't drop down into the 90s, because I can only imagine what they're thinking on the other end, saying, what was it, in the hundreds? Well, in this booth, it might as well be.
They're going to punt it away. That must be the rule on 4th down. And the clock continues to run. We've got number 4 for the Vikings going back. That's Elliott Miller. All he has to do is go back there and catch it. We've got a lefty for a punter for the Falcons.
Got a penalty.
Another penalty flag.
Maybe taking a little bit too long to get set up.
Yep, delay a game. Doesn't really matter in this punt situation because it isn't live. Gets a nice punt off. Nice spiral, and it's a good thing it isn't live because the ball was caught and dropped.
All right, so after all that, the Falcons punt, turn it over.
The Falcons punted away. The Vikings finally get it back, and they lost about 20 yards on that interception, but they do get the ball back.
Well, I know there's high expectations out of these Falcons this upcoming year. If you just tuned in now, if you don't know about the Flanagan Falcons, Devin Bush, head coach for the Falcons, has been in, I would say, 2 years now. This is his second, maybe his 3rd season.
I think this is his 3rd.
I think they're opening up his 3rd season, but the stuff that he has done at this program is outstanding. The players, the other coaches as well, even the staff, the school staff, they all good things to say about Coach Bush.
And about 3 years ago, the Vikings won state championship, went undefeated. We were able to cover them in the Great Wall of Dade back in that day as a crossbuck, picking up about 3 yards. You don't see that very often. Little double wing.
Number 11 on the tackle.
And number 11 for the Falcons, Devin Bush Jr. on the tackle. Strong. He's grabbing that jersey, and he's not letting him go anywhere. Brings up about 6 yards, 2nd down and 6. Give his off tackle. And he is hit hard by a host of fluorescent Falcons.
I don't know if we should call it neon green. I think I heard the announcer, Enrique, say slime green. I don't know how well that will go with the team, but, I mean, those jerseys, not to be one to complain, but come on, Coach.
You got to have a telescope to see the numbers.
I'm sure on the field they look great.
Well, it looks good, but if you didn't have to call the game. 3rd down and about 6. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. A double wing. Robinson under center. He fakes it up the middle. He's going to try to catch the edge, and he picks up maybe 2 or 3 and see if any laundry flies. No, it doesn't. It'll bring up 4th down and short. They will end up, I'm assuming, punting it away on 4th down. They're bringing in their punt team. A little more than a controlled scrimmage. Preseason. Nope, they're not going to punt. They're going to go for it. And I do believe it is 4th down and about 4 yards. Robinson takes, he's looking to his left, throws it behind his receiver, And that's going to be a turnover on downs to the Falcons. That could have been picked off if that linebacker had been looking. It was thrown behind the receiver. Receiver was open for the first down. Folks, you're watching High School Game Day on HSPN, High School Programming Network, brought to you by Bleacher.com. We also appreciate all of you all watching. Even if it is a choppy picture, we will get that fixed from FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com and Florida Gridiron Sports. 3 of the #1 sports bloggers in the nation, and they're all here in Florida. Working hard for you. Ryan Stanley under center, single back in the backfield. He gives the ball right up the middle. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside, and he is lassoed down just like you take a calf in the rodeo.
And I don't see any yellow.
They're going to give him a loss of 3, but that was number 11 that cow-tied him, Rayshad Jackson. Slung him down to the ground. Coaches liked it on the other side of the ball field. Coaches need to get that offense fired up. They're down by 14 points. Stanley back, single back in the backfield. He's looking to his left. He throws it to his left to the outside, and it's a great catch. He's going to take it into the 10-5, touchdown. Stanley throws a 47-yard touchdown pass. We'll get the number for you on that as soon as he comes back into view.
And the Falcons are on the board.
They do it again.
CC for the TD.
And I believe that was number 5 on the reception. Either number 5 or number 3.
Well, we try to get his number. Yeah, it is number 5. They're congratulating. That's Kevon Mitchell.
Announcer was calling him CC. So I'm
yeah,
guessing that's
messed me up. Didn't help me at all, Enrique. At least you could give me my name. I know sometimes, folks, you can't hear them, but we've got such a great audio person here. We can mute them out and listen to an announcer, because you don't know, game day they switch jerseys. This is high school football at its best. On High School Game Day, HSPN High School Programming Network. Ryan Stout, Director of Broadcasting. If you want to get involved or get any of your student athletes involved in the program, Project Breaking Ground, teaching these young students how to learn something about the broadcasting industry, and not only learn about it, but do something with it. Get in touch with Ryan Stout. What's that email, Ryan?
Ryan at KDAFoundation.org. Once again, you hear that KDA, you're hearing the foundation.
There you go. Robinson does a pitch to the outside. Not going to get but about 1 or 2. Safeties are coming up fast. As it looks like number 25 that was running with the ball. That was Tyson Dovler. Brings up second down and about 9 yards. Coming in under 2 minutes in the third quarter.
I can only imagine what their away jerseys look like after thinking about it.
Another whistle.
Well, with just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter, you got the Flanagan Falcons up 21-0 over the Vikings of Miami Norland High School. 2 big-time teams, one coming out of Miami-Dade and one coming out of Broward County. High expectations for both of these teams, being that Norland has been to the big-time championship game up in Orlando. Former running back Duke Johnson You all know that name, University of Miami running back. Played under Heidelberg. Took them to the state championship game.
Yeah, I saw Heidelberg down there, and he gave me a double look, and he knew, because we haven't been down there since the spring Tour of Champions.
Correct.
When they just came off that state championship, and I said, yeah, Coach, it's me. A little bit older, but it's still me.
Well, I know down here in the Falcons, I know they're drooling over getting into the state championship game.
Quick throw out the left-hand side, picks up about 3 or 4 yards, and that's it. Robinson's trying to find something. He gets the reception out there, number 7, Stephen McIntosh. Brings up 3rd down and about 4 yards. Trips to the bottom side. He gives his own read. There's a big hole, and that running back is out there over close to the 50-yard line. He picks up about 17, 18 yards. And that's number 25.
And that
Tyson
keeps that clock running.
Yep, referee gave a sign to stop the clock, but the clock is running, so we'll keep it running too. Brings up a 1st down. Coming inside of 1 minute, the 3rd quarter. Robinson's moving them. Another zone read. And that time it's nothing but fluorescent green. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. He does. 2nd down and 10. And that may be, actually he lost one. And that may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Falcons are up 21-0. Surprising, very surprising. They'll get one more play in this quarter. Robinson's got a man in motion. Fakes it to him. Better watch out. Throws it down the right-hand side. Number 19's wide open. He makes a great catch. He breaks a couple tackles. He gets down inside the 10-yard line. My goodness, what a great catch and a great throw. I've got to take it back. Robinson does have the arm strength. Throwing a nice fade pattern. Picks up over 30 yards. And that'll run it out for the 3rd quarter. But the Vikings, Ryan, are finally moving the ball.
Yeah, it's about time. Maybe we'll have a chance to see him put some points on the board this half. You know what time it is? Just the end of the 3rd quarter, coming into the 4th quarter. Pretty soon we're going to see some of these players out there throwing out their 4s. We know what it takes. Hey, last quarter, you got to give it all you got.
We appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. Got a lot of action this football season, all the way into the playoffs. We were fortunate enough last year to not only broadcast 6 of Booker T. Washington's games, the national champions, but we were also fortunate enough to be down there on Saturdays mentoring them, playing the recruiting game. Coach Ice moving over to the Miami Hurricanes. They've been working with us for years. Coach Ice was with the Hurricanes when they first brought them up to Lauderdale Lakes Park with KDA Foundation and some of the events. Now he's back at the U. Well, they put 1 second on the clock. So we're not going to busy changing the clock because they're going to run it down. They'll get one play. Robinson's under center, and oh my goodness.
Maybe we'll never get out of the quarter.
See what the call is. That one's against the Falcons.
Wow.
They're going to bring it in to close to the 5-yard line. Still 1st down and goal. Robinson under center. Going to bang it off the left-hand side, and oh my goodness, a hand tackle. And otherwise there was some daylight there to get in, but he gets it down at the 5-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter with the Falcons leading 21, the Vikings nothing. This is HSPN High School Programming Network, brought to you by High School Game Day and Bleacher.com. We'll be right back with you, folks. Stay with us for the fourth quarter.
All right, a little excitement coming into the fourth quarter.
They bang it in. Touchdown Norland from the 5-yard line, right off tackle. They get it done and get 6 points on the board. First play in the fourth quarter. Norland pounds one in. There's whistles all over the place. It looks like we got a player down. Let's see what that's all about. The Vikings make quick work of it. First play in the fourth quarter. 5 yards, they punch it in. Get a little closer to that 21-point gap. If they get the extra point, they'll have it within 14. Ryan, they looked, the third quarter they woke up. Offense woke up. They had a big pass play, a nice fade pattern down the right-hand sideline, about a 35-yard pickup, and it kind of woke up that offense.
That's what it seems like. Robinson came out here with a different mentality. Slinging it around. I believe he has the speed. I believe he has the arm strength. I don't know where the matchup is. Definitely we see number 19 making some big plays out here today. Consistency, I wouldn't say it's here today. Norland, I think they need to step it up a little bit, especially coming into this football season. The Falcons are a great team, as well as Norland. Their running game hasn't been so successful tonight. We've seen a couple off-tackle zone reads. They really busted up the middle, and they definitely have the speed to make the plays happen, but it just doesn't look like it's working out too well for them tonight.
Yeah, they got that number 25, Tyson Dorville. He's a junior running back, 5'8", 170. It popped that one up the middle, and then, like you said, number 19, Jordan Robinson caught that deep pattern. He's also a junior. I'm looking at this roster, and this is a very young team for Norland. There's looks like only about 6 or 7 total seniors, and there's a freshman defensive back out here, Ishrod Davis, number 15, and they've got a very young team. On the other hand, across the other side of the ball, the fluorescence Falcons have a very seasoned team with a seasoned quarterback and seasoned skill players and a big-time linebacker, Devin Bush Jr. They should have the package to take it far into the district. And I know everyone's always shooting for the Citrus Bowl, but you got to get through your district first.
And I think they will. The Falcons have proved themselves in the past 2.5 years, coming into their third season with Coach Bush. Unfortunately, they ran into a couple speed bumps last year, one being Deerfield Beach High School. They went up north, met them in the first round of the playoffs, and had a tough time against that running back we all like to name up at Florida now, Mr. Brandon Powell. Had an opportunity to work with him since I would say he was a sophomore in high school. From having him in the booth talking about academics, and when you talk about education with this young man, Brandon Powell is the definition of the example to be made for all student athletes around the nation. I'm talking this student was making some grades in the classroom, and on top of that, he's an outstanding athlete, and now he takes his talents to University of Florida. But being the Falcons, I don't think they're going to have a tough time. They meet Deerfield Beach again. I'm not too sure there was anyone that was going to match Brandon Powell's talents this upcoming season, but I guess we'll just have to see.
Well, we will see, and we'll see them late in the season against that matchup against Monarch. Monarch is loaded up. If anybody's been following any of this 7-on-7 action this summer, they've got some wide receivers down there or up there in Broward County, North Broward County, that can then match speed to speed. So we're going to cover that game for you. If you want a listing of all the games that we have covered this season, you can catch them on any of those guys that are broadcasting us tonight, or you can go to our hspnsports.com and go to our game schedule page. Kick was up, and the kick is good, so Norland puts on another point. They get closer, 14 points. And Flanagan Falcons will get the ball back. A lot of time. Let's see if they can put any more points on the board.
Start of the fourth quarter. Flanagan up 21 points over the Norland 7. The Vikings came up north from Miami-Dade tonight, and I know they're not looking forward to that bus ride home if they don't put it on them anytime soon, because it's not looking too good on their side of the field tonight.
Well, again, this is a preseason game. We are bringing it to you live, and we do apologize for the break in the stream, but we're going to get that fixed for you next week. It's pregame for us too, and we're glad you're watching us and listening to us, and we've got a lot in store for you this season. That's for sure. Stay with us and stay with all of your bloggers, because they are the best, hardest working bloggers in the nation. Ryan bobbles a snap and very wisely falls on it for about an 8-yard loss. And they're going to have a regroup, and I think he just lost his concentration because it wasn't that bad of a snap. I know you're getting good audio. We got folks telling us we got great audio, but the video's choppy, and we'll get that fixed. Stanley gives it up the middle. It's a big hole. Good tackle by the safety that came up. Looks like it's Michael Francis, number 1 for the Falcons, burst it out for about a 10, 15, 16-yard gainer. Nice little run, Ryan, by that scat back.
Absolutely. Great play. Great call for the offense. We know Stanley has a great arm, and this Falcon offense, they definitely can open up the field and spread it out, but it's always nice to see him pound it up a little bit.
Well, it's 3rd down and about 4 yards. Stanley is back in the shotgun. He's got twin sets. He's going to take it all himself up the middle, and he's about a yard short. It's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard. They're going to have to punt it away.
Going to get a measurement.
Okay. They are going to measure, bring out the tape, see what they got, bring out the chains. Stretch them out. See what we got. It's very close. He's about 6 inches away. And I guess they do have the option to go for it on 4th down. We're going to find out. They are going to go for it. Falcons are going to bring him out. Could be a big hold if the Vikings could hold him right here. 21-7, 10:22 left in the game. See if Stanley, with his experience, tries to draw the Vikings off sides, or if they're going to actually try to punch it over. It is a pregame, so.
The offense is going to go for it. You better give them some motivation.
Stanley keeps it himself, and he does have the first down.
Ryan Stanley twisting and turning and falling forward. And
So they go for it, take a risk. Pre-game, not much of a risk, and they do pick up that first down. Falcons maintain possession of the ball. Out here over the 41-yard line. Stanley goes under center with a single back in the backfield. He's got twins. Cover 2. The Vikings linebacker comes up and actually pushes number 75, his defensive lineman, offsides. So they'll pick up another 5 yards for that.
We are 10 minutes away from the Flanagan Falcon football staff.
First down and 5 yards. Stanley once again is under center with twin set. Vikings are in a cover 2. Press coverage up on the sides.
Make the bigger sacrifice and donate to ALS.
Bringing that tail back up tighter. Gives it to him up the middle, and there's no way, Jose. That's big number 11 and number 8. Number 11 is Rashad Jackson. Number 8, Eric Mitchell for the Vikings. Loses 1 yard. It'll bring up second down and about 6 yards. Stanley is back. Shotgun, single back in the backfield, twin set. Vikings in press coverage, cover 2. Ball is dropped by the running back, but he does pick it up. Very close to the first down. Let's see what the mark is. The referee's got him about a 1 yard short of the first down.
And that could have been a big mistake on the Falcons side. As a quarterback, you need to make sure that ball is nice and tight in their pocket.
Yeah.
Turning nothing into something. Sheer disaster.
Third down and very short.
9-yard gain. 3rd and 1.
Ryan Stanley under center again. Single back in the backfield. Twin set. Gives up the middle. That's the first down. Picks up 3 yards. Falcons maintain the ball and maintain the clock. Ball control.
Yeah, at this point in time for the Falcons, they just need to maintain possession. With 21 points on the board, is it possible for Norland to get 2 touchdowns at this point? Absolutely, but by the look of it, and look at their
Stanley takes a 3-step drop. He throws it out here real quick, out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. That will be the stop of the clock.
Second down and 10, Falcons.
Second down and 10 for the Falcons.
Yeah, by the look of their play today on the Vikings side, it doesn't look like they're putting up any points anytime soon.
Moms, dads, brothers, sisters.
Yeah, other than that third quarter drive and that first play of the fourth quarter, they haven't shown much, but it looked better than the rest of the game. We'll see what they can do next time they're in. Got a message here that I want to relay from Twitter feed. I was wondering if you ever broadcast high school volleyball games, or do you know anybody that does? Absolutely, we do. Ryan Stanley drops the ball. He throws it out here just to get rid of it, and that was a wise decision. Aki mad at the most dope? We absolutely do. Get in touch with us at hspnsports.com on the contact page. And if you're close enough to us, we're in the South Florida area. We like to know where high school you're at and where you would like the streaming. And we would see if we can fit it in for you. We're not all about just football. We got female sports as well. Third down and 10 yards. Stanley in a shotgun. Trips to the bottom side. Single coverage up top. That's a bad snap again, and Stanley goes back. 10, 15-yard loss. And he may have gotten hurt when he got hit low. See if he's getting up. That was a low shot to the knees, and he is getting up. But that was a horrible series for the Falcons. 3 snaps, 3 fumbles. And that was a huge loss of almost 20 yards. 4th down, and they absolutely, in this type of game situation, will be punting. And Ryan, the Vikings are going to have very good field position.
Yes, they will. I probably spoke too soon about saying they probably wouldn't score anytime soon. We'll see what they can do, because Flanagan, they sure blew that possession right there.
They're going to end up with a really good field position. Penalty marker is going to be probably delay a game, which it is. It's going to back them up another 5 yards. Clock is still running, so they're absolutely trying to run that clock out. Much time as they can run off of it.
Nice punt. Ball travels in the air beyond the 50-yard line,
fielded right about the 50-yard line. The punt, we will stop the clock, and we'll have a 1st and 10 for the Vikings. The Vikings still have over 5 minutes remaining in the game to get a couple scores. Let's see what they'll do with the ball. We've got today's broadcast brought to you by Bleacher.com. This is High School Game Day, High School Programming Network, the one and only programming network that brings the interns for high school into a live situation and gives them a broadcast platform that is just like the networks. That's hspnsports.com. Thank you for following us. Florida GridironPreps.com for streaming us. Florida High School Football.com for streaming us tonight. And obviously Bleacher.com for streaming us as well. And again, we apologize for the choppy feed. We will have that fixed next week's game. And we are looking forward to working with all of you throughout the season.
They have a car just for you at the right price. Bear Capital.
First and 10 for the Vikings. Over 5 minutes left. Right at the 40-yard line. See what Mr. Robinson can do with these Vikings. Got an I formation. Walk off. No, the referee is telling them it's ready. The ball's in play. Let's roll. They've changed the clock, so we'll change it too. Give us up the middle to the tailback. He is met by the host of linebackers. Doesn't pick up anything. Second down and 10 for the Vikings. Long ball thrown by Robinson down the right-hand side. It goes out of bounds and the receiver fell down. There's no call. Third down and about 10 yards. Robinson is back. He's looking to his right-hand side all night. Nice short throw. Picks up the first down and about 6 more yards. We'll get that receiver for you.
Turns upfield, earns himself a couple more yards. The ball is down, the chains are up and on the move, and the Vikings have a new set of downs. First and
Vikings are moving the ball again. Impressive. Twin set gives the tailback on a zone read. He gets to the right-hand side, picks up about 4 yards. Clock is still running. Moving the chains almost. Got about 3 yards. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite song.
Clock is still continuing to run. Robinson has a twin set, single back in the backfield. Flanagan Falcons cover 2. Robinson loves to roll to the right, throws it out of bounds wisely.
Quarterback running for his life wisely, gets out of the pocket, throws it away. But we have a flag on this side of the field.
And there's a flag on this side of the field. Probably going to be against, well, I don't know. It's in the defensive backfield. So, back judge threw it. They're pointing at the Falcons. Yes, it is against the Falcons. Personal foul against the defense. 15 yards. And the Falcons are backing up, and the Vikings are on the move, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Hey, like I said, I may have spoke too soon when I said Norland didn't have it in them this last quarter. But hey, you never know. They're only down 2 touchdowns with little over 4 minutes left in the game. Anything's possible.
Yeah, they've got the ball down to 25-yard line. Robinson steps up in the pocket, and bam, good pass completed down the seam. Picks up another first down. Pickup of about 20, actually 15, 16 yards. It's going to bring up first and goal inside the 10-yard line. They're hurrying up. He's coming up under center. On a double wing offense. Saying something to his tailback to get something going on. Trying to get him lined up. Rolling to his right again. Throws it into the end zone. It's picked off by the Falcons. Horrible decision. Double coverage back there. He threw it into the end zone, and it's a pickoff.
And it looks like number 6 on the interception, making a great play.
Number 6 is Maurice Codner. Wow. That'll shut it down quick.
Excuse me, might be number 9.
Well, if it's number 9, that would be Devin Gill.
Yep, I believe that's number 9. And actually, Devin Gill was on one of our high school sports reviews.
That's right, he was. Well, 3:45 remaining in the game, and Norland was threatening, and Robinson took it, and he ran it, made it down inside the 10-yard line, rolled out to his right, saw that white jersey, but it was surrounded by the fluorescent Falcons, picked off into the end zone. Falcons get the ball with 3:45, and all they really have to do now, Ryan, is just run the ball and run out the clock.
Yeah. Hopefully Ryan Stanley doesn't take it up the middle. Doesn't need to take any chances.
He's still in the game, too. They're going to let him finish.
I know they have a couple different running backs. They can rotate in and out, so we'll see if they get a little time to play tonight.
He takes a big drop. He's going to take off because his receivers are deep. He's got 15, 20. Big flag comes flying. He picks up 25 yards.
He needs to be careful. Great play on Stanley's part, but
helmet flies off as well.
In this situation, you never know with some of these guys. You've seen some of their early penalties earlier on in the game. You know, we got a couple personal fouls. Guys getting hit out of bounds. That's a prime example of how you get hurt before the season, and it's no good for anyone.
No, it isn't.
Even though these athletes, these teams came out here to compete today. It's preseason, but let's also remember this is getting them prepared for the ultimate goal, get them through season, hopefully get them through their district, and maybe state championship. But we don't want to see any injuries today.
Well, another flag, so we'll see what that is. Still over 3 minutes left. You're going to walk it off against the Vikings. Personal foul. It's about the 4th personal foul tonight.
Who knows? Falcons may put it back in the end zone.
Yes, they may.
I think the intensity level has come down a bit since the beginning of the game. Falcons slowed down things a little bit.
Stanley's under center. He's got 2 receivers on the top, single coverage down here on the bottom. Single back in the backfield. He's 7-step drop. Going to step up into the pocket. He's scrambling all over the place.
Better hold on to that ball.
Picks up maybe 2 or 3 and gets out of bounds.
Not too much going on downfield. Made a good decision. He's got the legs to do it. All I could say, don't hold that ball like a loaf of bread.
Nope.
Practice those good habits.
Three minutes left. We'll see if they can put some more points on the board. We've got a timeout on the field. Well, they're lining up. The referee showed timeout. And it is a timeout. Trainers running out on the field. We'll see what's going on as they take a timeout. We too will take a timeout, folks. We're going to stay with you live. You're watching High School Programming Network. Flanagan Falcons with the ball, folks. Second down and about 8 yards. 3 minutes left in the game. Stanley's under center. And he throws a nice ball down the middle. It's caught for a first down.
That's a great catch. I mean, I don't think that receiver knew that the ball was coming until maybe the last second. He turned around, made a great catch.
Number 3
That's timing. And folks, we think we found the problem to our pixelated broadcast. So we're going to play with it when we get home. And we got a couple warnings, and we're recording it at a very high resolution so that coaches can use it. Stanley under center, first down. Coming in close to 2 minutes. And he's going to give it to that fullback, and fullback is hit right away by number 11 and number 2 for the Vikings, Keon Holder and Rashad Jackson. Rashad Jackson's been in a lot of plays.
Second down and 13.
What? On us live? Second down and about 12 yards. Stanley comes up, calls an audible. He's got twins. Gives to the tailback again. May get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll be coming in under 1 minute. Folks, we are really glad if you're still with us. With all that pixelation, God bless you. I know you had good audio, so we were trying to give you some play-by-play.
We put one heck of a radio show on.
We'll have it right for you next week. And we got a special thanks today for Bleacher.com, Florida High School Football.com, and Florida Gridiron Preps. The hardest working sports bloggers in the industry. And there goes Ryan back off the field. Fakes it, gets it down inside the 1 yard line. It is a touchdown. When he faked a zone read, the Falcons punch it in with under a minute left in this game, folks. Don't count Ryan Stanley out. He wants to light it up.
Yes, he does.
He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he faked the zone read and took off with it and scored a touchdown for the Falcons.
Got some excited fans.
Yes, we do.
Stanley, 2 touchdowns in one night. All right,
And I think that wraps it up for the fans tonight. Excited to see their first game turn into a success. The Flanagan Falcons come out today with a chip on their shoulder off of last season, getting booted in the first round of the playoffs, which was a big surprise, not for Brandon Powell, but was a big surprise getting knocked out by Deerfield Beach High School. I know they got a chip on their shoulder this season, and they're looking forward to not only taking it to the first round, but taking this thing all the way to the ship.
Well, you know, you do score 28 points on a Dade County team and beat them by 21 points. That's saying something, and I'm sure they heard nothing but that all week long. Especially Coach Bush comes from Dade County, but I'm truly impressed with this, and I also understand and I know that the Norland football team are very young, bunch of underclassmen, but still, these Flanagan Falcons, folks, watch them this season. They want to make their way to the Citrus Bowl, and we will be broadcasting them again later on in the season when they play Miramar.
I believe so.
MacArthur and Miramar back here at home.
I believe so. I have to take a look. You get a chance, go on hspn.com, hspnsports.com. You can check out our schedule this upcoming season. We got 14 games coming to you live.
Robinson's going to roll to his right again. Throws about a 5-yard, 6-yard out. And I think they're going to have to do something with Robinson rolling to the right all the time, because there's going to be teams that are going to pick that off and bring pressure down on him. I'm not sure if he's comfortable rolling to the left. Anyways, that brings up second down and 5 yards. Under 50 seconds. They've got a couple plays. You're still with us. Thank you. Appreciate you watching us this evening. Almost picked off again. Broken up by the Falcons defense.
With 46 seconds. Third down and 5.
Third down and 5 yards. And the Falcons will have a nice victory under their sleeve. Looks like everybody left healthy on both sides of the ball. They'll be ready to rumble in their opening season Robinson almost gets the ball snapped over his head. He does a smart thing and throws it right out of bounds. He's going to make this last 60 seconds a long, painful one.
Like always.
More carpet.
It's like watching basketball. You don't need to watch it till the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, what am I saying? I'm in football, my mindset.
More dirty laundry out there. Lost it down for intentional grounding. So they are going to probably have to punt the ball back to the Falcons. They are. Falcons will get it one more time, and let's see if Coach Bush goes for the jugular or he kneels down on it. They won't start the clock again until they get back on offense, so decent punt. 30-yard punt. Actually, 25-yard punt. The Flanagan Falcons will take it just inside the 35-yard line.
And that might just do it for the Vikings of Norland High School. For offense, they may not get a chance to see the field again. Can we see a miracle? Probably not. With 28 points over the Norland program, it just doesn't look like they have it tonight. Hey, preseason, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They get the kinks out. We hope the best for this Norland football team. I know Coach Heidelberg has a great coaching staff over there. They have a young team, has great opportunity to build up this program, and hopefully we'd like to see him back in the state championship.
Good group, good coaching staff, great bunch of kids. Flanagan is going to probably kneel it down, and that's going to be the last play of the game, and the Falcons are going to win this game 28-7.
And once again, folks, we thank you for joining us tonight on HSPN. This is HSPNsports.com. If you joined us on any other networks, Bleacher.com, Florida High School Football, Florida Gridiron Preps, we thank you for joining us tonight on our first kickoff to preseason football. This is South Florida High School Football. We're back in the heat. We're back in action. We got 14 games that we're bringing to this audience, and we know it's going to be a packed stadium each time. We hope that you are able to join us and make sure you follow along with what we're doing, the most updated things that this interactive broadcast is going to bring to your computer screen.
We'll see you next week live as we venture back up to Coral Springs, Florida, where the Coral Springs Colts and the Cooper City Cowboys come into town. Join us live next week, Friday at 7 o'clock. We'll be broadcasting it to you, and talk to us. If you need us, just email us. I'm Glenn Stout with Ryan Stout. Thank you for watching us tonight, and thank you, Bleacher.com, Florida High School Football, and Florida Gridiron Preps. We'll see you next Friday night.
This is HSPN South Florida, bringing you high school football all night long. Thank you, and good night.
He's going to snap, punt it. He's at the 50, to the 40. He's down his feet.